Hello, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw a temple guard from Star Wars. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Now, I don't know much about temple guards. This was a request. So, I'm just being honest. Yeah, I don't know much. All I know is I found pictures online and I know how to draw the human body. So I can do it. That's basically how easy it is. Or not easy, but that's how much I gotta do. Is just decide what I can do and then go from here, right? And I was gonna have it more up and down, but I realized the blade would go off the screen, so I just adjusted, and I'm going to put his one arm up and one arm down and have it going at an angle like that, and that'll fit. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right. Something like that. Cool. Now, I get to play around with some detail. Let's see, I've got the body like this. This is gonna go here. This leg is gonna come back. This one's going to come down. Something like that. Looks good to me. Okay, let's do it. So now I got to figure out some detail. I mean, obviously there's no detail in the face, right? Because we're going to go with that that mask look. I'm going to flip through and try to find a couple of different masks. Well, a couple of different pictures of the mask. It's the same mask, right? The main thing I just want to do is make sure that it looks like someone is wearing it, because I've talked about this in a few other ones before. Is like you really just want to make sure that it fits proportionally and it fits placement wise, that someone is wearing a mask, helmet, or clothing too. You want to make sure that all the clothing looks like someone is wearing stuff, you know, because the last thing you really want is you're drawing something like a head or helmet or a hat, you know, and it or a helmet and hat, sorry, and then it doesn't end up looking like someone is even able to fit inside of there. Case in point, the Star Wars Black Series figures. Love them to death. But sometimes, I mean, they're changing things now, but sometimes it doesn't look like a head will fit in the helmets. And that's kind of, I wish they would fix stuff like that. But I mean, we're kind of stuck with, well, we have to take what they give, right? But sometimes, like Jin Jarrett, the Mandalorian. So, you know, it's like, that doesn't quite look like a human head can fit in there, you know? Or maybe it was Django. One of them, it was a little, no, Django's helmet comes off, so that fits. But one of them was like, yeah, it's a little small. But, I mean, that's what you get, you know? You can't really change it up too much. Or you can't, there's nothing you can do, you know? You can't complain. You can complain, but who's gonna listen? You can't change it because that's all we get. So you're kind of stuck with, yeah, that's what they make. That's what they got, and that's what you get. So that example, it's not me complaining, but it's me just trying to say it's noticed. If you don't get it right, it's noticeable. That's what I'm trying to say. So try to get it right. Try to make it look like someone is wearing this stuff, and it'll look good. So that's kind of our goal, is to make sure that it kind of looks like someone is wearing the outfits that we're making, right? Let me see if I can find a good picture. It's hard to find a good picture of like lightsaber or, you know, the specific detail, because all I'm going by are like some renderings and stuff like that. I don't really have, you know, like, there's not like a movie still I can go by, you know. I'm so spoiled by that. That's my my go-to. You know, I go to Disney Plus and get a picture or get a screen grab from a movie, you know. But I don't have that, so I'm just kind of making it up. Let's see. That looks about right to me. And I kind of have him kind of posed specifically. So yeah, so he's a little what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? A little artistic with his style, right? This one's gonna be up. Then our belt. Now our belt, again, I'm kind of going by little quick renderings. Little quick renderings. That's right. That's what I said. Little quick renderings. That's how much sometimes I don't make sense. Sometimes I just say things and it's best not to listen to me. Little quick renderings. Huh. I don't know. But like I said, I've said it many times, I'm a drawer, not a speaker. You didn't come here to listen to me speak. You came here for me to draw, right? Right. I think that might work. And then we'll do blades out this way. So yeah, let's try and do that. Let me just double check. Maybe I can bring that down just a little bit. Something like that. Again, I just want to make sure the spacing is right for someone wearing a helmet. You know, and a hood. Okay, I think that's about right. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let me erase some of these sketch lines, and then I'm going to jump in with the Sharpie. But basically, the first few lines I put down, I'm trying to get the placement right. I want to make sure, like I said, that when I draw stuff, it's not going to fall off the page, and we can see it all. Those are my first few lines. Those are my sketch lines. As I got more confident, I pressed harder, and those are my confidence lines. So now, when I'm erasing lightly, the sketch lines will disappear pretty fast. The confidence lines take a little more pressure, so they're going to stick around, and that's what I'm going to use to draw. I'm going to follow my confidence, get rid of my sketchiness. That's how you live your life, and that's how you make awesome drawings. Okay, I think it's enough. I can see where I'm going to go, but enough of it has disappeared that it won't stand out. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of my sketch lines, but I left enough to see where I'm going to go. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen, and if you're looking for more Star Wars stuff, look over here in this playlist. You can find more Star Wars and all kinds of stuff. Just check my playlist in general for whatever you're looking for, because chances are I've probably already done it. And just go look. Yeah, just go look. So anyway, I'm going to start off with his face. Let's see. So I'm going to draw. And the hood's kind of covering the edge, so I think I need to draw. Okay, I'm all over the place because I got to draw what's in front first and then work my way back. But the hand is in front of just about everything, so rather than draw just the hand right there, I'm going to start with the head and work my way down. So I'm going to draw the eyes like this, just to see if I've got them in the right place. Looks about right to me. Okay. So I'm going to draw the the other part of the slot, just like that. And so the rest of the detail I'm gonna leave for color. So I'm not worried about the rest of that stuff, but I am gonna draw the hood and all that. So I'm gonna draw, we'll say like the top of the hood, or the mask is like this, and then the hood's coming down, kind of in, covering it up just a little bit, and then again dropping down the front of it like this. Like that, okay? And it's gonna hit right on the edge of the hand from the way I drew it. So I'm gonna draw some of the edge of the hood out like this. Bring it in super tight. It's going around the top of the head like this. And I'm gonna stop right about here because, again, I'm gonna draw that hand and I don't want it to fall into it. So for the mask, I'm gonna come in here and do this, and just follow the shape that I sketched out, and then thicken up some of these lines. I'm doing this to clean up a few things, but also when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're gonna see a huge difference in line width. So I'm kind of preparing for that look. If you're working with pencil, you don't have to do this. I'm just explaining to you why I did it. And I also like doing it on some of these edges because I feel like it'll stand out from highlight lines. You know, these are more edge lines. My edge lines, I like making them thick. Again, if you're working with pencil, you don't have to do this. I'm just, again, explaining how or why I'm doing it. All right, so again, thickening up this line. And also, again, it's also to clean up some stuff too. Like if I see it's a little messy, it's like, yeah, I might as well clean it up a little. You don't have to, but I'm just explaining how I did, or why I did. Explaining how I draw. Okay, ready? How I draw in 1 second. With a pen. Or with a pencil, you know? Okay, so, inside his hood, we can't really see much. I'm gonna say like his neck's like this. And we're gonna say some of it's coming down like that. So we're not really seeing a lot because of the way that the hood is kind of over his neck here and wrapped around because it's all, you know, wrinkles and folds and stuff like that. Okay, so like I said, the hand is in front of everything, so I'm going to draw the hand in front, and I've got him holding it a certain way, so I'm going to draw the knuckle like this. Okay, so you see where we are. I'm going to draw this finger out here. This one over here like this. This one in here like this. Down to the pinky. Like that. Now, I've got it wrapped around, and so that's why it's a little out and a little curved like this, because I've got it around something, not in a fist. A fist is a different story. Curved around, you're seeing a little bit more of the knuckles, right? Fist, curved. Fist, around. So that's why I do little things like that, just to kind of show that, yeah, it's actually wrapped around, well, the lightsaber, you know? So let's draw the lightsaber so you see where we are. I drew a straight line across just to kind of give me a placement, but I'm just going to eyeball the lightsaber. I'm not worried about making it perfect. I'm just going to come in here and do this. Just want to see if I've got it in roughly the right space, and then draw the other edge of it like that. Now, I'm not going to draw the inside because I want it to be like light is coming through, obviously. And so I'm gonna take care of that with color in a second. Let's draw the other end to the hand over here. So I'm gonna draw a little bit smaller of a center, then come back out for the edge, kind of like we did right there. Straight down. And again, I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not too worried about it being perfectly straight. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here, this hand over. And I want it bigger than the lightsaber, right? Because it's wrapped around, like we said. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna draw the lightsaber coming out. And it's not perfectly straight, and that's okay, because I'm gonna come back and do some other stuff too in a second. Watch this. Okay, so now I've roughly got it. I'm gonna add some extra detail to what I just did right there. So I'm going to draw some knuckles around. Just kind of showing that, yeah, you know, the hand is wrapped around the lightsaber. You know, just to show some hand detail. But we don't really have to, because a lot of times they're wearing gloves, and so we're not going to get that much of a hand detail anyway. You know, we're just getting the rough idea of a hand holding a lightsaber. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close this off. I probably should have done that in the beginning. Just close it off like that so it's separated. And now I'm going to go ahead and straighten some of this out. You can if you want to. You can just leave it like it is. But that's also why I wasn't too worried about using a straight edge, because I'm just going to come back in and add some straight lines here. Just going to clean it up. Okay, and there's a little bit of detail. Like this is probably longer than it actually is right here, but you know, I just wanted to add what I want to add. And again, there's probably more to it than just this, so we'll do something like that. Just to give it that look, that lightsaber look. So for the blades, here's what I like to do. So this is why I didn't close it off here. I want it to look like it's like light coming out. So I'm going to do the explosion and then draw, pick up, draw, you know, because I want it light. So I'm following the sketch I did there. I'm going to pick up, draw, pick up, draw, pick up, and come down. Just like that, just to kind of give it a light edge. I don't want it a hard edge like this because it's light. It's not a hard edge. The same thing here, I just kind of draw and just kind of do like that. So that way, I did an edge, but not a hard edge. You know, it looks like it's an actual lightsaber. So same thing, I like doing the explosion. You don't have to. Again, it's just me just kind of playing around with being silly. It's about the same size, right? So something like that, right? And there's my lightsaber. Okay, so now that I've done that in front, I can draw what's behind. And so everything else that's behind, we're going to, well, draw behind. I don't know why I'm trying to get elaborate with it. So his arm is raised up here holding it, so I'm going to go ahead and draw his arm. And I'm going to kind of close off some binding like this. Right? To his elbow. Like that. And then it's coming back here, his shoulder is kind of raised, so all you're really going to see, and see how thick this is? That's what I was talking about. That's why I wanted to kind of match the thickness of these lines. So his shoulder is kind of raised, so let me draw this side so you see what I'm doing over here. So it's got that extra flap of material. So this one's coming through this way, coming down like this, tucked in. This one is coming back up. It's a little under that sleeve, but it's still out like this, and it's going to be tucked under here. Let me do this too so you see where we are. This one is coming up like that. This one is tucked under back here. That way they're kind of overlapping each other, but those are his shoulders. So I can do another one like this, like that for his shoulder. So here, because that shoulder is up a little bit, you don't really get to see it because it's going to go back here. So we're going to say it goes back like that. The other one kind of goes like this and comes back in. All right. So that's why I wanted to do this first, so you see the flaps that I'm doing and why I'm doing them, why I'm drawing them that way. So he's got a couple others, just kind of accenting. But this arm I've got tucked in, like this one's out to hold the lightsaber up. This one's tucked in to the side of his body. And let's go ahead and draw his belt just so you see where we are real fast, an edge to draw from, okay? All right, so that means since his arm is raised up, this is what you're gonna see with the raised arm. Because his material is pushed and raised up like that, all we're really seeing is some creases from his arm being bent. Same thing here. The elbow's all covered up the bicep, you know, because that's all you can see of his arm. All right, so and little stuff like that, that's all we got to do. And now we finished up that whole arm. Pretty easy, right? The detail and stuff like that we'll worry about with color. That's all we got to add right now. So this one is tucked into his side right here, so that means the elbow's pointed down. And it's a little foreshortened, so you can't really see as much. Like that. There's those little straps that I drew, but you can't really see them as well. Again, because of the angle that they are. So the shoulder is here coming down, but it's all behind it. So that's why I want you to always draw what's in front first, so you know what's left to draw. See? That's all we got to draw for his side right there, because like I said, it's tucked into his side. This one is up. Again, it's cloth, so I like drawing, you know, the material being pushed when it's stressed out like this. All right. And again, I like thickening it up, making it look a little highlighted, I want it to stand out a little bit, you know, just a little. Usually it helps when I do stuff like this when I'm drawing faces, because I don't want it to be as thin as the face lines. I want it to stand out a little bit more. Here, because it's all, you know, wearing a mask and whatnot, it's not as necessary. But I like doing it. I like making my lines nice and thick and neat. And there you go. Okay. So now it comes to his belt, I guess, right? Let me find a good picture of that belt. As good as I can find, right? How about... That'll work. Okay, so it looks like a couple layers, so we're gonna come down a little bit like this, down a little bit like that, go across, and then there's like this little patterned buckle type thing. Something like that. Again, it doesn't have to be specific, or it doesn't have to be exact. I'm just trying to break up the look and kind of give us a little bit of variety with our details. Something like that. Again, it doesn't have to be specific. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, but now here though, the keys. I need to draw those first before I draw everything else, because I don't want to draw through them on accident. So I'm just going to draw a couple of, and I don't know what they are. We're just going to do something like this. And I'm sorry if you know exactly what these are and I'm not drawing them perfectly, but I don't know what they are. And I can only get as close as I possibly can. And they're also too small to draw is what they are. So same thing here. I'm just kind of picking the shape. And then just kind of playing around with making sure the lines are standing out. I'm going to do a few more over here. This is more on the side, or a side view, you know. We're going to say a complete side view of this one. So you can't even see the detail. But we know it's there. That's the point, right? Okay, so for his belt, now I'm going to come down a little bit here for this side. Now I'm going to come down through and try not to draw through that. That's the whole reason I was drawing that open line like that. I want it to be there and not drawn through. So same thing here. I'm going to go down like that, just to kind of highlight it. There we go. Boom. Awesome. All right, and so it looks like there's another one, I guess, layer of coat or belt. Same thing. I'm gonna come down here on this side, something like that. Now we're gonna draw his skirt. There's the front like that. And I'm just going to draw it down and then draw his legs underneath. And that's the nice thing about stuff like this is, you know, as long as you've sketched it out, you planned it right, you got your anatomy right, This is all you have to draw, and you don't have to draw too much underneath, you know? Now, I don't mean nice like, oh, we don't have to draw anything, because that's why we're here. We like drawing, right? I'm just saying it's not complicated. That's what I mean by it. It's nice that we don't have to think it through too much. We just follow our design. Okay, there is another layer of pattern. So I'm going to come down here like this. Nothing too crazy. Like that. And I do think it's got another layer to it, like maybe an edge. Let's do that edge. I should probably do that with color, but we're here. We're doing it. Okay, now I got to draw his legs inside because you can see some of the inside. So, and that's why I say always draw your anatomy out. Make sure you got it done right, because we're going to do this here. His crotch is going to be about right there. His legs are going to go back this way, down through there. That's all you can see. So the front of the leg is here, coming down. The back of the leg is back here to the boot, like that. And let's draw that boot. There's the front, like I said, coming down to the front of the toe. We're going to add just like some kind of little sole tread type kind of look. Then I'm going to add some detail in a second. Let's do them both together. So we're going to do this one down here. There's the front of the boot coming down to the toe, like that. But I'm going to draw that little tread, like I said, over there. And now, oh, and before I forget, I'm going to draw the back of this skirt, because it goes like this and goes around, right? So we're going to say it goes back there, like that, and that goes around. Now I can add all the detail and add some highlights, basically. All right. And I like adding lines to cloth like this, just to show that it's being stretched out, you know? For boots, I just usually do something like this, just to kind of show that it's a used boot. You know, it's got some wrinkles from where the ankle are, or the ankle is, because it bends over, you know? Maybe on the toes, it bends over there too, just to give it a little bit of wear, you know? So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color, make it look super awesome. That is the Temple Guard from Star Wars.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.